and not a lot of you are going to relate to it. Hello world, Sadie here, and today I'm going to talk about being the third friend. Now, the majority of you are like, what the hell is the third friend? For the few of you who know what I'm talking about, this is for you. So the reason I'm making this videos today is because I had recently felt this way for about 8 months, and a friend of mine came to me the other day and he told me that he felt this way too, which is why I'm making this video today. This is third friend syndrome. Now, I'm going to call it third friend for this video, but mind you, this can apply to however many friends you have. So it can be the 5th friend, the 12th friend, the 104th friend, so on and so forth. But honestly, if you have 104 friends, who are you? I watched your life. But anyway, the third friend is where you feel like you're not good enough for anyone. You feel like you're not just their second choice, but you're their third choice. But when you feel like the last resort, and when you feel this way, it's really easy to notice some things that they don't notice. You realize that you are not in a single picture on Facebook. You're not going to parties with them. You're not going to the mall with them. And your TBHs become who they were and not who they are now. You know what gets really bad? When they no longer invite you places. And they start making plans in front of you. Like on Friday, they'll be like, oh yeah, we're just going to go to the mall, blah, 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 blah. And then Monday morning comes and you ask them how the mall was, and they ask you how you knew about it. And they didn't realize that you were sitting there beside them the whole time. And when you realize that they don't notice you enough, you start to feel so sad. You start to feel like you just want to cry, but you don't. You feel like if you just gave up on life, then they wouldn't care. Not exactly kill yourself, but maybe just not go to school. Maybe just walk away. Maybe if you just didn't try so hard, they wouldn't even notice how hard you were trying in the first place. You start to feel like if you walked away, they wouldn't notice. As soon as you start to feel this way, walk. Hit that door. And I know this is one of the hardest things in the whole world to do. As soon as you walk away, you realize that you don't need them. And if you walk away and they realize you're missing, they do care about you. And if they walk away and they don't realize you're gone, then you just saved yourself a whole lot of trouble and a big fight in the long run. Because if they don't realize you're gone, you don't need them in your life in the first place. And walking away is really, really hard. Walking away from your friends is like getting out of a bath. The longer you stay in it, the colder and colder it gets, and sooner or later you're going to have to get up and drain the water. If you start realizing you're feeling this way about your friends and you realize that they're getting cold and really distant, do not hesitate to walk away, because you will be so much happier in the long run. It took me an insanely long time to walk away because I felt like I wouldn't have any friends. I felt like I would be constantly eating lunch alone, and the 3 years of my high school experience would be the worst years of my life. But let's be honest here. If you peak when you're 18, that is really, really, really sad. But when you walk away from these people, or you start thinking that you should walk away, you start realizing how many other friends you do have. That boy in your science class who you sit beside and flirt with. The girl in your math class who you agree on mostly everything together. Or that group of friends in your religion class who just make you laugh until milk comes out of your nose. Ask one of those groups of people if you can have lunch with them, and the majority of the time, they will say yes. Unless they're total bitches, and they say no. But if they say no, you don't need them in your life anyways. So the worst thing that can happen is that these people say no, and then you'd be like, okay, that's fine, and you can go and ask someone else. But if they say yes, you just open the door to a whole bunch of other opportunities and a whole bunch of other friends that you didn't even realize that you had access to. So, that was my video for today, and if you enjoyed it, please do not forget to hit the like button below, and if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my face. Just click my face. Eyes, nose, mouth, ears. Tête, épaules, genoux, et pieds. Wait, no, that's head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And if you have any other questions, quandaries, queries, or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Please let me know if you feel the same way, or if you've ever felt like the third friend, or if I am completely out of my mind and I should check myself into an insane asylum. And also, if you have any other questions or stories for me, and you don't necessarily want to leave them in the comment section, my Tumblr is always open. Please feel free to send me stuff. Anon is always on, and if I don't respond to you within a day, I'm probably dead. Please call an ambulance. I wish I was joking. I really do. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye-bye! Had... and